are live. What's going on, everybody? Thanks very much for joining on this Monday night as we are getting ready to head out to Chicagoland. I know Neo and Mike are fired up. Thanks very much for joining. We got Flippin' Steve that is just getting his dial-up internet together, so he should be on shortly. That's unbelievable, this guy. But anyway, Rob, Mike, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
I am doing good. So are you guys already like packing the car and everything or what? Because I'm going Thursday and I feel like you guys are leaving like tomorrow morning as soon as you wake up.
My desk is an utter disaster right now. There's just stuff everywhere. My clothes are packed, but my like other stuff is not. Like cards and like camera equipment and that jazz is not packed yet.
Your team, are they ready to go? The vlog team?
Yeah, they're not, they're slacking. I gave them today off since it's going to be a long week.
Steve,
yeah, I'm pretty much packed up.
Steve, you're killing me.
Don't bother me. I'm busy.
Yeah, Mike, so you're ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Just trying to figure out if I'm going to bring. Right now, I pretty much have everything in a backpack because, again, outside some, the normal shorts, underwear, some toiletries and stuff like that. I'm only bringing 2 shirts because I'm expected to get me a bunch of shirts right when I get there for the rest of my wardrobe for the week. I don't know if I should bring any like nice one button-up shirt. I've thought about that just in case I go to an event. From what I see with weather-wise, it's going to be mid-warm up there the whole time anyway. So
it's going to be like Florida hot.
Not this week. The following week, yes. But this week it's still warm, but not Florida hot. No, okay. No, it's rough down here right now.
Yeah, I guess the thing is it going to be cooler at night? Like when the sun goes down and we're trekking around at 3 a.m. Or is it going to still?
When we're back outside, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Steve, you okay?
Steve's clicking away down there. What do you got? Like you on a typewriter?
I'm just
I'm trying to get logged in.
I'm streaming it over to my channel too.
We're trying to do the whole Voltron thing and go to 4 channels.
Is that what's going on?
That's what's going on, man.
Well, I am the defender of the universe. All right, we go.
We're locked. We're completely.
I think we're good.
All right, so
now. Now remember, I worked a long shift today, and last time you had me on after a long shift, remember how
energy levels were.
I got the ginger soother though. Got some turmeric and honey, and
you got the vodka Red Bull to get the thing going.
No, that wouldn't be bad, but not tonight.
I know. Speaking of what you were talking about, Mike, I'm probably going to bring like just like a grocery bag just for like the T-shirts and like the little like mini footballs and all the random little souvenirs.
I still have a bunch of my shirts from 2 years ago because obviously I didn't go last year. I still have them there. What's nice is the quality is actually really good on the shirts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, especially if you can find one you really like, you can, wear it a lot.
Absolutely. Let's give a shout out to some of the regulars in the house. Shane Moreland is here. Jordan, what is going on? I know we got Mark Sipe getting hooked up here this week. Steve, have you connected with him on stuff?
Oh, yeah. I connected with him after the giveaway and also have been in text with him a couple times just for, the hotel and the VIP pass so that he could have that before I got there. Screenshotted that to him and things like that. But we were in contact after the giveaway. So yes.
What is everybody's plan for this thing? I feel like I'm like it's been so damn busy, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, it's National Week. Like, get ready, time to go. And I'm thinking to myself, do I want to pack up a bunch of cards for trade night? I don't really know.
That's where I'm struggling right now. Is what do I want to bring with me? Because either get rid of or move or use to move in a deal.
Yeah, the problem that I'm having is I've been consolidating since like January 1. So now it's kind of more of like, all right, which stuff do I not really want to move that maybe I would bring to get into something else? Will there be like price wise, will there be something to trade into that makes sense? But then I feel like if I don't bring anything, then there's going to be like that magical thing that I want and that I like can't do anything with because I didn't bring anything. Well, let's go around. Rob, what are your what's your take there? What are you doing?
I'm in the process of figuring that out right now. If you could see my desk in front of me, there's just stuff stacked everywhere. I don't know if as you were talking about that, I was debating, do I even want to bring my full case with me or not? Because I mean, I have a lot of cards, but it's not all stuff that I really anticipate moving. And then I want to do some reholdering stuff. There's some stuff I'm bringing the grade on site. So it's like trying to sort through all this nonsense. I was pre-stream. I was talking about, I just packed up a 5-pound box of ComC stuff that I was going to drop off at the show, but now I'm just shipping it because I want to get it in line before all the drop off stuff at the show.
Look at you just diving headfirst into ComC.
I mean, I actually use the sponsors that I take.
Dude, I'm using it too.
Shots fired.
I actually use the sponsors that I don't have. In my case, I made some big. Actually, I got a stack here. I have about 7 cards here, all from ComC.
Sorry, I just got distracted. My wife, so my sister-in-law is about to have a baby. Steve, my sister-in-law is about to have a baby tonight. And my wife is over at her house to walk their German Shepherd, and then she just sent a picture where like her elbow is all like scratched because she basically got like dragged down the road. I'm like, what the hell? So anyway, I got distracted. Bob Boozle in the house. What's going on, brother? Is Bob Boozle going to be at the National? Because I really want to meet this guy in person at some point. If any of you guys left the National having bought or traded nothing, would it be a failure, or would it be okay if the deals just weren't there? For me, absolutely yes. I'd be fine leaving with nothing. I know it sounds crazy.
I've got a bunch of wheel spinning here. Are you there?
Are you talking about your internet, Steve?
He's going max headroom.
Good Lord. Just go on you're spinning.
Bye, Steve. Oh, he's back.
What's going on? You all left me. I didn't leave you. You guys left me.
Are you on your phone or your Wi-Fi?
I'm on my Wi-Fi.
I think you might want to switch over to your phone.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
no, I might. The problem with the phone is that I can't read comments. If there's more than me on there,
Dustin will read them to you next week when he gets caught up.
I'm handling the comments. You've got nothing to worry about, man. I've got that.
All right.
So, Rob, if you went and you brought brought some stuff, whatever, and you didn't buy or trade anything, would it be a failure, or would you be okay with that?
I mean, as long as I had fun hanging out with everyone, it would be fine, honestly.
What about you, Mike?
It's an experience trip for me. I'm just going to have fun, getting to hang out with everybody, and always something crazy happens too. Nothing bad crazy, but fun crazy. You get all these different people together, different characters, and some people are obviously a little more different in person than they are sometimes through streams. I mean, pretty much the group here, we are kind of what you see is what you get with us. But then there's the characters outside of that, where you can get some other dimensions to those people, and being the way that they're supposedly going to lock everything down this year and not going to let us do trade nights. It's just going to be interesting to see what type of controlled chaos that we bring to Chicago at this point. I'm ready for it.
Well, I'm counting on Steve to lead the charge on the pop-up trade night. If they're getting all, security and whatever, I'm hoping that you're going to pull your casino security tricks and be able to do your Jedi mind trick so we can have a pop-up trade night. Mark Sipe in the house. What's going on? Flipping Steve's giveaway winner. Oh my God, Ryan, make sure to wear comfortable shoes and extra socks. I'm actually going to have a video post-national that's going to talk about this in more detail.
I just bought brand new insoles.
Water. Should you bring a lot of water on the show floor?
Oh my God. Snacks. Steve, go on your phone or I'm just kicking you right off the stream.
I'm just gonna use the show as a fasting experiment for myself since I do that already. So I'll just do it a little more extreme during that process.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wear my new influencer shoes that I got the other day.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, what are you gonna open those, or have you decided what you're gonna do? Like, are you gonna wear those, or are you gonna put them on?
I mean, they're opened. I want to wear them, but I'm kind of afraid to. They're like reselling on eBay for like $400 or $500.
Oof. Nice. There is, I don't even want to say it because I don't want anybody else to buy these shoes because I'm going to be pissed if they're sold out and some like Jordan, like fancy Jordan, whatever. But there are shoes coming out next month. Shout out. We got Perfect timing, Rob. Other Rob, we got Rob number 2 popping in.
That's not Steve. It's a
Yeah, I
different
know.
bald guy.
He did a quick background change, same hairdo, but there are shoes coming out next month, and they are the Homer Simpson meme, like where he's like going back into the bushes on the back of these shoes. And I have to have a pair of those. Those are incredible. But anyway, so nobody else buys it.
Since you're 45 minutes behind on chat, you have a VIP in the chat at the moment.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I couldn't see it at the top because we're Voltron. Hey, we're Voltron into like 5 different channels, so I can't see any of those. All right,
Sports card investor.
Sports card therapist Rob has joined us. And Rob, well, first off, I know we're all excited about the National, but you have something extra exciting to share with the group that's happening on Friday night, I believe. And if I heard right, I think that you guys got Jay-Z to perform at this event. If I heard that right, I hope that you weren't lying. Go ahead.
Well, Jay-Z isn't confirmed, but Beyonce is.
Okay.
So just want to say hello to you. Hello to the other gentlemen who are on the stream as well. Not too familiar with you guys, but how you doing?
Well, boy, this is awkward.
Yeah. So Friday night, we're doing a trade night, and there were, I guess, rumors that they were trying to shut them down, but we're unshutdownable, I think. So regardless of what happens, we're having ours at the Crown Plaza. So Friday night from 6 to 10. So definitely looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing all your smiling faces and all that good stuff. Where'd Flippin' Steve go? I was here for Steve, and then he disappears.
Yeah, his internet has failed. I think we can have up to 8 on a stream, so I don't think that we have too many. I'm pretty sure that we're good. I don't usually have this many on, but yeah, I think I think I paid the StreamYard bill. I hope I did anyway. But yeah, Steve needs to get on his phone so that he can run with us tonight.
And by the way, I heard the shot that was taken at you about you not using your sponsors, and I think that
isn't it sad? Isn't it
sad? I think you need to start using them. You need to start putting some of that money.
Isn't it sad that they're making fun of me, Rob? Not that's not even true. You're killing me, dude.
You'd have to collect cards first before you can use your sponsors.
Oh,
okay. And we're down to just Mike. It's just me and you, Mike.
All right. Well, I can carry the show.
We got rid of the Robs. All right. Well, let's go to chat since the guests have gone a little bit off kilter. Dustin, you keep an eye out for my wish list. Joe Day, what's going on? Mike's Retro Trading Cards YouTube channel. Shout out. It's the 3 amigos. Joe Day is one of them. Check them out. And I'll keep an eye out for your wish list, buddy. No promises. Paul, the serial killer. My trade case is 4 cards besides stuff already dealt or Steve's 72 Zeppelin. Paul is the king. So like Big Ken's got like, the music cards and this and that or whatever. Paul's like the evil alter ego of Big Ken. That's got like, he's going to like, oh, I've got better stuff than you. You'll meet Paul. He'll be coming in hot. All right. Chris K, as YouTube content creators, do you guys feel obligated to go to the National, or are you guys going because you're collectors, card lovers, etc.? I'm miserable. I can't believe I have to go to this thing. No, it's actually really fun. It's probably a bonus being a content creator because you just happen to know other people that are at the show. So and then you have that connection with those people because they're also content creators. So for me, it's just a bonus as far as that goes. But I don't know. We'll go around a little bit. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm going for the experience to have a good time. I missed last year, so I'm really 2 years behind. This is, a rev up for me. And I have no specific card I'm looking for. I have no general direction there other than try and get me some t-shirts, enter some giveaways, prizes, hang out with everybody, have a good time, see some cool cards, and then make a little bit of content to put back out there so everybody kind of gets adjusted to what we're looking at and seeing that can't be there.
Neo, are you only going because of content? Because your team, you have to fly your team out to get all the good stuff, or what? What's this?
Yeah, that's how I kind of roll. No, I mean, obligated. No. Do I feel like? I don't know. I guess maybe a little bit. I don't know. I would go probably regardless. I don't know that I would spend. I will say this: I would not spend as many days there if I was not a content creator. Probably. Like I would not be going for all 5 days. I would probably do more like go in for a day or two and get back out. You know what I mean? Like maybe just go Thursday and part of the day Friday or something like that. I don't think I'd spend all 5 days there, but hey, it's an easy travel expense.
Good point. Good point. All right, Rob, what's your take? Would you be going to this thing if you didn't create content?
I have a quick question. Neo, are you the one that's friends with Steve Splenda?
Yeah, Splenda's my boy.
I've heard him mention you before. Steve is good people.
None of it was true. Whatever he mentioned, it was not true. Nothing happened between me and him in an Amish buggy.
That hit way too close to what he actually said.
Yeah,
I know.
These stories are aligning.
There's some truth there.
Rob, why is your camera? Why is it like the Blair Witch Project when I look at your?
You know what? Because I didn't want to do the whole setup just for sports card guys. So I just went out with myself.
Wow. So let me get this straight. Dustin's on a $25 mic. Steve has no internet. Rob is on I don't even know what for a tripod. This is a very professional operation we're running here this evening.
Thank you, James. I know, ironically, the content creators don't have cameras or internet or anything. So there you go.
Hey, me and Michael Hammer running smooth as butter right now.
Well, and the irony is Rob actually has like a Joe Rogan style, like he's got an expensive mic. Like Mike has it attached to a rope from the ceiling, so it's swinging, but it is a very expensive mic.
I got the whole arm setup thing going on.
Yeah, I got the arm set up over here. You just can't really see it.
Yeah, mine looks fancy, but it's like the great deal on Amazon, $29 or whatever. Oh, here you go. Here's Steve Splenda right here. I just picked up this comment from 10 minutes ago. Look at that.
All right. Well, guys, listen, I have to go. I just wanted to log on real quick. Michael, Neo, pleasure meeting you guys. Hopefully I'll get to see you at the National. Dustin,
Absolutely.
Don't talk to me. And guys, have a great one. It was great seeing you.
Looking forward to seeing Beyonce. All right. Thanks, Rob.
Oh, Dustin Mangini collections in chat if you want to start lobbying for votes.
Oh, hey, keep that low. There's going to be a whole series coming post national on that. So let's just.
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to spoiler content.
Yeah, no. We've got some special things lined up. So keep that under wraps.
Do we need to go against each other? Is there only so many slots for this? Because we're both up, right?
Oh, no. We're not against each other. Yeah, no, there's unlimited.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway,
I wanted to make sure. I just want to make sure I don't have to have different campaign promises.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, we can all. Yes. Anyway, talk about it later. Perk, look at this group. Dustin's going to be ahead of chat, and Steve is going to give an inspirational speech. I can feel it. I'm really worried about Steve now because I don't understand.
I'm not sure where Steve went.
Yeah, I don't know if Daisy took a bite out of his leg and he had to go to the hospital. That's his dog, by the way. That's about 4 pounds. I don't know what happened to Steve, but I'm a little concerned, to be honest. He just texted me, "Did I lose you guys?" 7 minutes ago. But he still thinks he's probably still talking. He's still talking.
He's still
answering the questions that you're asking.
Yes. All right, I can tell you.
There he is.
I can tell yours in your phone.
That looks like 5G.
I've got you.
I got the internet hooked back up too, but I really just think it's because I don't like anybody else on this panel. So, yeah.
All right, Bob is not going to the Nationals this year, plural. The Nationals.
None of them?
I'm very excited for this business trip to Rosemont. That's right. Well,
that comment was there when I was still here.
what are you talking about? I'm only what? 9:50? I'm only.
He saw that.
That comment was there before I was booted.
Look,
It was. That comment's been there for a while.
We're testing on who sticks around. Okay, who's sticking around in the chat?
Dustin, where's Frank at? Can't Frank cycle through these?
We got sports card. We got the sports card investor in the chat. What's going on? Looking forward to seeing you out there. Jeff, I'm going to try to get through all the people and all the camera crew and everything to say hey.
That comment was 12 minutes ago.
Jeff left 11. Jeff left 11 minutes ago. Dustin, do you ever find Drew Brees or Stranger Things card in a trade night? Sounds like impulse to me. So one of my better cards, Steve actually found 2 years ago, Rosemont at a trade night, at the pop-up trade night that they ended up closing down the following night at the Lowe's Hotel, where it was just like a bunch of raccoons that got tables out and set up. And it was wild. I don't know if we'll ever see that again. I hope that we see that this week, but I don't know if we will. But Steve actually eyeballed a flawless Breeze that I ended up trading for at a trade night. You bring up a good point though, Bob, about Stranger Things cards. I'm very curious to see if I see any, because at my local Raleigh show saw 0, and is actually a pretty big Raleigh show, and never see them at shows. So I'll be interested to see if they do pop up somewhere. But yeah, I pretty much.
Well, you saw them in Philly. You saw them in Philly when they tried to do the bait and switch on you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, remember the Philly trade show? That kid came up to you and was asking you about your Stranger Things cards.
Okay, so
And then when you
clarify.
told him all about them, he then came back with his and tried to sell them to you.
Yeah, that was sneaky. But he had. So when I think of these, though, I'm only collecting like the top characters, like the ancillary like the mom here, the dad there. So he came up and he had basically like unnumbered, like random autographs. So yeah, I'm interested in the really rare stuff for the main characters, and that's the stuff you just don't see very much at all. Or you see it on, like, it's on eBay right now, but it's $5,000 or it's whatever, it's very expensive. So
Right.
that's a pass.
So what did I miss in my little hiatus?
Rob, sports card therapist, popped on to talk about his trade night. That's probably going to get shut down, but it's on Friday night, and it's at Crown Royal. It's at the hotel we stayed at last year. Crown Plaza. That was a James Bond movie, I think. Crown Royal. Anyway,
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
There you go.
5th time's the charm.
Yeah. So he's going to have Beyonce, maybe Jay-Z. At least that's what he promised at his.
So trade night's competing with the Filmington
cards.
So Rob starts at 6. Filmington starts at 8. So my thought is I go ahead and go to Rob's at 6, and then flip over.
I think the sports card investor thing's at 6:30.
Oh, is it? Then I'll probably just skip Rob's altogether. Just kidding, Rob. No, just
the Beckett thing's Friday night too.
Pass. Not going to that. Okay, what else we got here? Guys, help me out. Here we go. Shelly, another regular.
Yep.
Hope you have a blast. Heard everyone talking about the national packs already.
I can't help you because I can't see. I can't see chat. Well, if I keep chat pulled up like this, then I can't see you guys. All I can see is words. So that's probably better.
Okay, yeah. Jeff was asking if Jeff Parker, anyone or any word on trade night, when, where. So outside of the ones we just talked about, are you guys doing anything else, or what's the Saturday night?
Thursday night's the YouTube meetup.
But isn't that Card Collector 2?
Yeah, Thursday night's
Card
Collector 2
night.
trade night.
It's the same night. Yeah.
So probably doing Card Collector 2, and then Friday night. We already talked about Friday night. What about Saturday night?
I don't know anything Saturday night.
Yeah. I have something Wednesday night at some point in time.
I'm going to miss the Whatnot party on Wednesday night. So they're actually they're going to have Michael Jordan's Mercedes from the 90s that you have the opportunity to win it, to buy it for $23. They have all these items, like these humongous items. And if you win, $23. So I'm going to miss that on Wednesday night. Maybe next year I'll do the Wednesday night thing like you guys are doing. Anywho.
I'm not making any plans. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be anywhere because I might not go anywhere. I might just, I'm just going to go whatever I feel like going,
go for pizza.
Like you say, like you say, the Card Collector 2 trade night is like Thursday, and then there's things on Friday. I mean, I'm going to go if I'm feeling like in the moment, that's where I want to be. So, I used to make that an obligation, but now I'm just kind of like, I might be there, I might not. It all depends on how I feel that day. What else do I want to do? And I'm just going. Everything for me this year is just going to be on a whim.
I think Ryan Breakout Cards is going to like an Avenged Sevenfold concert. Ryan and Paul are going to concerts.
I knew Paul was doing that because he messaged me. But did you guys talk about your plans for the National? Did I miss all of that?
We kind of just glossed over it. But what are your plans card wise, Steve? We didn't really talk about that.
I really plan on getting some stuff graded, dropping some stuff off. I like the SGC $15 drop off. For a lot of the SGC cards a lot of the cards I want to get graded by SGC, they're like small flips. So the $15 drop off, helps me on a margin, even if it's only like a $5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
SGC hasn't done the on-site grading for 4 years. Like, when's the last time you had this in like this inexpensive on-site grading ever went 5 years ago. I mean, I know PSA is not, mega inexpensive, but I mean, all the other companies are basically. I mean, they've all got their own deal.
I don't know if I have anything that I'm really hell bent on getting graded on site though. Anything that I have that I kind of want to get graded on site, I might. And I just caught the tail end of what Beckett is going to do today. I haven't had time to catch up on that. Can somebody fill me in on Beckett's plans?
$100 end of show with subgrades.
Oh, I thought they had a cheaper option. No?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
If you do RCR, they're doing RCR.
I did see that they were doing RCR. Are they doing drop-offs too, though, submissions? Or are they just doing strictly?
Yeah, they're doing drop-offs. No, I saw they were doing
I
drop-offs.
assume so. I don't know what the pricing is for it, though.
Yeah. I don't have anything that I want to get back in a priority speedy amount of time. So I just want to try to use the drop-offs as a convenience to not have to pay shipping to send the stuff in and package it all up. I just want to do my in-person submissions. I don't really care about the turnaround times. And if the in-person submissions are also a little bit cheaper, then that's even better, especially for SGC, the stuff that I want to get graded. I have some really, really cheap cards, but I feel like they're cool type cards that are oddball type items that I think with an SGC slab can, be a $40, $50 card. But you buy them for like $3, things like that. The old school oddball flips. I got these cool Muppet cards. I bought all these off ComC, and they're just like 1978 Swiss Muppet cards, and they were $3 a piece, so I bought them all. And if I can get them graded for $15 a piece, that's $18. And I feel like in a slab that could be like a $40 buy it now sale. So
and you
that's
have
the kind of stuff.
And then you have the entire graded population of Muppet cards.
Well, yeah, but then I can't sell them. I can't list them all at once. I got to sell them one at a time.
What's the comp on this? Well,
no, that's cool, man. $3 off ComC. That's the kind of stuff you can find on there, and then get it graded really cheap. And then it's just for somebody who's nostalgic about something like that, just like an old Disney card, and be like, hey, man, I want that for my collection. I'm going to put it away. Cool, $40 for a cool card for my PC. That's a pretty good price. And when you can buy them that cheap and grade them that cheap, flipping them out, you can double your money.
Mark's looking forward to meeting you, Mike, because you can't fish and you open 89 Pro Set Football. I think those are some of the questions that he got correct.
I was ready to say, Mark, be careful. If you shake Michael Ham's hand, you may never catch a fish again. If you, but I don't know if
I'll break it due to my strength. I understand.
Oh yeah, Rav Cards was close up there for the giveaway. He was in top 5 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard of this. Sky Davis shoes coming out from the Nickelodeon TV show Doug. Those are fire. I have not seen those. I told you earlier, I think, Steve, you missed this, but there are shoes. I think Adidas is coming out with Simpsons like sneakers that have that meme where Homer Simpson is moving back into the bushes, and that's on the back of the shoe. And then the back, it's like green grass looking, kind of like suede on the back, and then he's like going into it. It's so incredible. They're coming out next month.
Dustin, did you ever see the Puma shoes that were Thundercats and He-Man?
No.
Go look that up.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, they're out right now. The Thundercats, a couple of them already sold out. The He-Mans, which you can still get, but a couple of the two Thundercats, Lion-O and Panthora, are fantastic.
Well, the rest of my night's planned. I'll be looking at these. So, all right.
I finally got Bluetooth microphones for my phone, so now I can actually film inside of the National.
I'm just getting to Steve's comment from 10:01. What's up, therapist? That was only 18 minutes ago when Rob was on.
I can't even read the comment, so that's what sucks about being
all
on
you
the
need to
phone.
know is I'm doing great. I'm doing great here, so no worries. I know what's going on. Bob Boozle with no wife jokes. What's going on, Bob?
I should go back to my PC and see if I can.
You know who Bob Boozle
Do
reminds
you
me?
do PC plus phone, Steve? Where you can see the comments but only be live on one device?
Oh, this is creepy.
You can
as
just
hell.
mute the video and open up.
Oh man, this is the greatest live stream ever. This has got to be the best.
He's got bathroom echoes.
Oh man,
I've seen that scary movie.
when one just is not enough.
Oh
You
my
gotta sing,
god!
gotta sing, Steve. Give me a line.
Woo!
We got a clone.
Double vision, baby.
All right, I had to bump it off because the echo was killing me.
Yeah, it's
All right.
Yeah, which one? Which one did you kill?
The left.
The laptop one, I think, because you're pretty sure you're on your phone right now, right?
I'm on both. Look.
Yeah, that's your phone, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is so creepy. Anyway,
Yeah, your phone gives you a better tan. Like you get.
Which one did you kill?
He just killed the computer.
Okay.
We can't handle 3, Steve, so don't even pull up another Steve.
No, but I can see the comments now.
Yeah.
So I can hear my voice coming out of my headphones, and that's weird.
Turn the volume down on the other one.
I'm only 17 minutes behind Bargain Boxer, so we are it's just right. It's just right. Oh, I just got to your Amish buggy life comment, Steve Splenda, if you're still in here. It might make for good content to interview people that interact with Panini and Fanatics customer service at the National. I wonder if we'll run into Michael Rubin.
He's gonna have to be there.
Yeah, he'll definitely be there, but will he be?
Just how many celebrities are gonna be there with him?
Bodyguards and celebrities. And
I mean, when I was there 2 years ago and Steve Aoki was there, he was moving around before the show opened. He was in there like on a vendor's badge, buying from people before everybody else was even in there.
Who, Michael Rubin?
No, Steve Aoki.
Oh, Steve Aoki. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a few bigger people that were in there before the show opened because they can't easily walk around the show. Obviously, being in there, people will stop every 3 seconds. Because even when Steve was in there, they were stopping him. People were going up to him and getting autographs. And I don't know if you've seen his autograph. It's like a 1-minute autograph because he's got to color it in. And
I couldn't barely get through there, man.
Hey, Andy, if you're still here 14 minutes ago. Oh, here's Mike O. What's going on, Mike? Yeah, good luck with them controlling trade nights. I know Steve and Neo are like, oh, they're going to have this, like, they're going to remember us from 2 years ago. No, the hell they're not. They're not going to remember all these, like, crazy.
Jimmy don't work there no more.
They're not going to remember that. Look, it's a convention center. They have random conventions every single weekend. They're not going to remember us. We have one night, probably Thursday. So don't screw it up on Wednesday when I'm not there. So Thursday night, let's, make something happen, guys. And when I say us, I mean you guys, and I'll watch you do it.
Wait, what? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So I was thinking, okay, you plan on setting up in Atlanta, right?
Yep. It's the first time I'm setting up since I was 11. So
I feel like I feel like right now it's like good buying opportunity. And I was just thinking today, like actually on my drive to work, and I was like,
keep going.
And I was just like, I just think right now is like a good time to like buy. I mean, you still got to pick and choose your spots, but I feel it's a good time to buy, especially if you have an outlet in the future.
Blasphemy, Victor. Keep talking,
like,
Steve. I'm gonna
like if you had an outlet like Culture Collision in January, I feel like if you're setting up from the other side of the table, it's better to sell. Because I had a lot of stuff and I was like, man, I want to take some stuff to the National. I want to sell some stuff. I want to buy some stuff. I want to get out of some of these items and then into some other items. And then I'm just like someone made a comment about he's thinking dealers are at 50 to 60% comps. Even if you're selling to other flippers that aren't set up, you're probably at 70. And I'm just like, should I just be a buyer right now and not worry about moving out of anything to get into something else?
What you're buying.
Should I just get into some other stuff?
Are you looking for a quick flip? Are you looking for like an NFL flip?
Or are you looking for back?
What does other Steve think? All right. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
I think the guy sitting next to the other Steve is a genius. The one that you removed, not the one that's there right now.
But
anyway,
thing is freaky. But we'll keep him in the background. We'll bring him in as needed.
But I was just thinking that Because, I mean, we all know that the hottest cards in January are probably going to be like Sam Darnold. So, you know, with the 49ers pushing a playoff run and him being their starting quarterback. So,
That'd be a hell of
do
a
you
thing.
go now and buy your Sam Darnold cards at the National while they're dirt cheap?
Steve, are you bringing a boatload of Sam Darnolds with you?
Steve's getting the pump out early.
No.
Or are you tripling
No,
down?
I'm buying Sam
You already
Darnold.
have some
I'm selling Sam Darnold in Atlanta.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're holding it until.
Trigger fingers in the chat.
Are you serious? I thought that.
Yeah.
You know what I thought is I thought Bob Boozle might be Triggerfinger. They have kind of a similar cadence to their comments. Eric, we're not sports.
Dustin will bring up Triggerfinger's comment in about 35 minutes.
Yeah, guys, hang around for another 45 or so minutes, and we'll be. I'll get that. Actually, you know what? That'll be on next week's stream.
I'll be at the National by the time he gets to that comment.
Just sit tight. John Mangini, I hope to see you, man. I hope to see you. I'll message you while I'm out there directly. All right, Orlando, what's going on? Baseball collector event Thursday night. I might be there too. We'll see. We'll kind of see how it goes.
Well, we would probably see Mangini at
Phil's.
Filmson's, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely be at Phil's thing, John.
Filmington's thing is my catch-all event.
Yeah, true.
Hey, and I know this is a national discussion. I almost did a video on the coattails of your quarterback video today, Dustin, and I just was like, you know what? I don't feel like it right now.
You know what's annoying as hell is on our last stream like a week ago, I brought up the quarterback thing to Rob, and he made the video I was going to put. He made that video Monday morning. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to shift gears. And so I put out my quarterback thing like today or whatever. So thanks, Rob, for just
do a competition where
The
everybody does a
biggest
video on the
thing-
exact same thing and see who does it the best.
Like I see every starting quarterback almost, if they're from 2018 and younger, nearly every starting quarterback, with the exception of Baker Mayfield, kind of getting some sort of push, some sort of buzz and hype, whether it be through content creators or whatever.
Baker's going to go up.
Well, that's fine. I'm just saying
he might make a move. You never know.
the biggest thing, and this is the only given when it comes to the young quarterbacks or to any of the quarterbacks. There's only one thing that's a guarantee. And the guarantee is that only one of them is going to win the Super Bowl. Only one of them. And it may not even be a guy who's starting in week 1, right?
I want my painting. All right, go ahead.
So I just wanted to break it down and talk about it like in realistic terms. Like, because you have people out there talking about Mac Jones, and I'm thinking he's the 4th best quarterback in his division.
Mac Jones?
Right? I think he's the 4th best quarterback in his division.
And then
you have the upper echelon young guys like Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and Pat Mahomes and Justin Herbert. Only one of those guys even have a chance of making the Super Bowl. Let alone winning it. Only one of those guys can even make it. Lamar Jackson, he's in that bunch. Look at that division now. You have Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, and Kenny Pickett, who people are talking about Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is the highest priced guy from last year's draft. Is it because he was really good, or is it because he was really the only quarterback to chase? It has a lot more to do with the fact that he was the only quarterback to chase because he didn't blow things up. The Steelers, I don't think, are going to win that division. Can he improve and be a solid quarterback? He can, but at the prices that you're spending on him now, this is just things that get left out when people are like, "Oh, this guy's the next big thing." But if he's the next big thing, then somebody else isn't. You can't promote all 4, 5, 6 of these quarterbacks that people are talking about and say one of them is the next big thing, but then you're promoting his rival right here as the next big thing as well. It just doesn't work like that.
The NFL is just too QB rich right now. I mean, every team has got like a fairly decent QB. I mean, go back to the 80s, 90s, where there was a lot of teams that had just garbage quarterbacks. My Saints were one of them. One of those teams.
Bucks had garbage forever.
And now you look at like every team has got like a shot, I mean, maybe not, maybe there's like 3 to 5 teams where they're just like, meh, but I mean, hell, you even have like Geno Smith resurrecting his career out in Seattle, like random, I mean.
Well, that's the thing is that, okay, we didn't even touch on Trevor Lawrence. I mentioned all those quarterbacks so far. I didn't even talk about Trevor Lawrence. And then you got Sam Howell and Desmond Ridder getting pushed to the moon.
Right.
But yet Jalen Hurts is being pushed by the same people who are pushing Sam Howell, and they're in the same division. Okay, if Sam Howell is going to take Washington to a division championship, then how is Jalen Hurts going to do it? You can't tell me both of them are going to do it and say, I got Sam Howell here and I got Jalen Hurts here. You should buy them both because they're both going to win their division. It can't. This is the type of shit that I'm seeing.
Well, I think a lot of people are just doing the short-term flip stuff. So, and that if that's the case, then you don't care who necessarily wins a Super Bowl because you're in and out of it or whatever. So, I mean, that's probably what most of it is, the spec.
But what's the spec? What's the short-term spec?
Maybe you look at the NFL schedule and you're like, I think this team could actually do all right through the first 5 games. And I'm going to sell week 6 or whatever. I mean, maybe you're playing that game or you're just doing the problem is everyone's out here selling quarterbacks in the month of August.
Well,
so
the Jets and the Bills open against each other, right? So you have Aaron Rodgers right out of the gate against Josh Allen. Anybody who's speculating on the Jets and Aaron Rodgers doing something crazy in the AFC or Josh Allen coming back after a terrible end of the season last year, you got those guys facing right off. So right out of the gate, somebody's taking a loss, right? So you're like, is that going to dictate their card prices after 1 week or even after 2 weeks? Because you're going to have a lot of divisional games early, and divisional games are going to have a lot of rival quarterbacks playing each other. A lot of these guys that I was just talking about.
Well, you got a lot of prices baked in. That's kind of the whole point of what you're saying. You're talking about Sam Darnold. You look at guys basically like who's under a rock right now that's like cheap as hell that could get a starting spot. And you're looking at like
and Andy's got a comment at 10:32 just came in. He said, "When did the pre-national show turn into an NFL preview show?" But that's the point. That's the whole point. If you go to the national, you understand that a big, huge part of the national is the speculation on quarterbacks and going into the NFL season. That's why I wanted to make this a point in the national preview show, because if you go around to these trade nights, that's going to be what's popular.
Well, I think the NFL this year, especially quarterback wise, especially for the AFC, is going to have the most ups and downs value wise than we'll ever see. I mean, just this year specifically, more than anything, it's just there's too many good quarterbacks in the league, and people are going to get to the point where the quarterback has a great game and his card still may go up even though he loses. It's going to end up in that situation because there's so many of them.
Well, yeah, there's just so many. And I'm not even here to give my opinion on who I think are the better ones and who aren't and this, that, and the other. I just don't want people to fall into the trap, which they are going to, of I've got to come out of the national with A, B, C, D, E, and F quarterback. Because that will happen to a lot of people because that's what they see. That's what they hear. That's kind of what they're told. And it's kind of the road that they go down. For me, like I said, I'm going way out on a limb and buying Sam Darnold cards because they're dirt cheap. And if I lose, I lose. I expect to lose. And I'm going there to find cards that I can't find anywhere else. I'm not going there to buy Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. But I believe I'm going to be in the minority when it comes to that. There's going to be lots of people who go there for whatever they like. Vintage. Neo said he's going there to look for some pop culture items. I heard him say that on a video and things like that. But we all know, especially in the trade nights, the majority of what happens and moves is younger quarterbacks.
Fair enough. Let's shift gears and actually,
yes, do it.
Neo, you talk. Do you all think card shows like the National will feel an increased pressure? Did Neo freeze? Or just being very still? Oh, okay.
No.
Still.
Like a chameleon, like just blend in with the environment.
Like, are you there? Well, we don't have two Neos, do we? Is there a doppelganger back here somewhere? Mm-hmm. All right, so Fanatics events. Does it put pressure, do you think, on the National to up production value? Does it not even matter? Are they not really going to compete like that? You know, and I don't think you went to the Mint. I went to the Mint the first year. I didn't go to this past Mint, but the Mint is basically just like an upper scale, you know, event. But it's more like B2B, I would say. Anyway, go ahead.
I think they're going to gear more towards, because the guy that they hired is the guy that runs New York City Comic Con. So I think they're going to gear more that way than the Mint. And I think they're kind of apples and oranges. You know, they'll be on the same block, but they're not. I think the National is still going to be your biggest traditional card show, like, and the focus is the dealers. And I think whatever Fanatics rolls out is going to be more pomp and circumstance, which isn't necessarily bad. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I think they will be different.
Fair enough. All right, I'm trying to get caught up on the chat. Ziggy says, I did not see a Zero Cool booth at the National. Am I missing it? I don't know, but Zero Cool does have the regular Stranger Things 4 set coming out in about 10 days. I don't know. I don't think anybody actually works there anymore. So I don't.
How many cases did you pre-order?
All of them. All of them.
Is there box prices for it yet, or no?
They're just like, hey, no one else has called in for these. You name your price. And so,
are there box prices for it yet? Like, legitimately?
I haven't seen it. I just saw it on Cardboard Connection, but I have no idea. I probably won't buy a box. That's not really my style, especially if it's like, you know, $300, $400, $500 or something. It's like, nah.
As much Stranger Things content as you make, I'm sure they're sending you one, right?
No, man, I'm not in the influencer club with the loaded boxes. I do not get the loaded boxes like you guys do. And then the shoes, the loaded shoe boxes with the Wolverine stuff. I'll look at Orlando coming in with the Michael Hamm is a great guy. That was 18.
Orlando's a great
That was
guy.
18 minutes.
You must have never met him.
Orlando might have
No,
changed his mind.
we met recently. We had a good time.
All right.
You must not have went fishing.
No, we didn't go fishing. We were at a card show. We're watching
Oh,
Mangini
okay.
do nunchucks
All right.
with full-size baseball bats.
The Clarion Bar I remember that in Atlantic City. I think I was there.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
had
it was
200.
Filmington's party.
Hey, the Voltron thing is working, guys. We got 200 strong here. It's not exactly sports card radio numbers, but just like last time, I think we continue the Voltron trend. Oh, down to 198. All right, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
See?
the Clarion Bar was Filmington's party last year. That's
Yeah, that was Filmington's. Yeah. That was fun. All right, Frank asks, and I don't know why Frank isn't working behind the scenes, but anyway, do some editing or something. Frank, what do you guys think dealer buy rates will be? I'm hearing 50 to 60% of comps because of declining prices. Do you think dealers are going to be able to, or I guess the question is, do you think people are going to show up with a bunch of cards to cash out at 50, 60%?
Depends on the card.
Some people will,
Yeah.
because that's what they want to take and they're willing to do it, especially if it's big dollars. At the end of the day, you know, big money stuff's harder to move than the mid-range stuff. And if you have somebody willing to buy it because they think they have a buyer somewhere else, they'll do it. But I don't feel like it makes me feel like I have a contact in and a contact out when I see two Steves.
Was that last year, Dustin, when you were like, oh shit, there's cards that I want and I'm out of money, I'm just going to sell all this stuff to Card Collector too?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That was basically what happened. Yeah.
So
But
I'm sure that happens though. Like, you might go to the show with a case full of stuff with no intention to sell at 60 or even 70% comps, and then next thing you know,
He was
you're
good.
like, oh man, this is a really nice card. I need like $1,000 in cash. I would rather cash out on this stuff super fast than get liquid.
Well, part of the reason was he did a video and it was like day one at the National, I'm out of inventory. So it was like, I'm buying, you know, kind of in his first National video. So I was like, okay, well, if he needs inventory, then maybe he's motivated to, you know, give a decent price. He gave me about 70%, which was fine for what I was looking for. It was a lot of lower end stuff, but perfect for him, you know, kind of not lower end, but like, you know, like 50 to $100, you know, type stuff. And
Yeah, it goes to what I was talking about earlier about I was thinking about taking some stuff to sell because I wanted to buy other items. But again, am I a seller at 50 to 60% comps? I mean, because a lot of the stuff I don't have that I have might not have comps, but even some of the stuff that I do, I'm really I'm not. I think it's better to hold some of that stuff right now if you can.
A dilemma too, where it's like, I'm not going to take 60% of comps, but then it's like, all right, well, are you going to let it sit on eBay for 3 months? You know,
Well, I guess it depends on what you're selling.
Or you just run it at
Okay.
auction and just hope.
Okay, so I guess it depends on your plan when you buy a card. Like, for instance, if you're prospecting on somebody, for instance, the whole dead horse that I've been buying some Sam Darnold cards in hopes that I can get lucky. Am I willing to sell the Sam Darnold cards that I bought this month for 50 to 60% comps? No, just doesn't make any damn sense, right? Because I'm prospecting in the hopes that these cards get some kind of buzz and go up. So why would I sell them at half of what I bought them for before I've given my chance, before I've taken my gamble, right? I'm just taking my loss before I even take my gamble. But if it's something that a little bit on the higher end, so say for instance, I have my Willie Mays 51 Bowman. I mean, if I took that to a show, am I going to want to sell that for 50 to 60% of what the comps are? No, I'm really not. I mean, I bought that card for 4,700. I'm not looking to sell it for 3,000. You know, I'm not looking to sell it for 2,500.
I saw an
It's a card at that price. I want to keep it. So again, if 50% comps is close to what you're into on a card, then maybe, yeah, you do want the cash. You know, maybe you bought a card for $20 and you graded it and now it's worth $100, and taking 75 for it makes sense to you because that is still a win. Even though it's below comps, it's still a win. So that makes sense. So I think it's going to all be circumstantial.
What do you guys think about Ohtani? I feel like this is like the most, I don't want to say hyped, but kind of like, because obviously he's met that hype, but, and I don't keep track of the Ohtani market, but I have to assume his stuff is not cheap.
He's at all-time high prices right now.
Yeah, hit all-time highs. They're going to keep going. I mean, this might be his only full season he does this. That's how I'm looking at it, you know, but you also have Acuna on the other side. If he stays healthy and gets to 40 home runs, he's already got over 40 stolen bases. He'll be the first 40-40 clean player to really do it.
Come on, Jose Canseco was clean.
He was, yeah, okay.
When he did it.
He was totally fine. He was fine that season. He was good.
He was probably shooting up from first to second when he was stealing the base. But again, yeah, Ohtani, I just can't see a guy like this doing this type of stuff for more than 2 or 3 years and just breaking down, or just straight up having to choose one or the other. He's so good at both, but he's so dangerous as a pitcher because think about it, you get the playoffs with this guy, and he can start your first and third game, possibly. That's crazy.
You're catching a lot of heat for Sam Darnold, Steve. Catching a lot of heat.
Steve's not, Steve's not wrong a whole lot. You know, if you're going to follow somebody, you follow people that win, right?
Steve's got the damn
Steve wins more than he loses
almanac book, because it's always like, Steve, I think that's kind of crazy. And then 3 months later, Sam Darnold is 8-0 with the 49ers. And it's like, what the? That'll probably be what happens too.
Well,
it would be great. I mean, I'm not counting on it. Like I said, like if people are laughing at me because they think that I think that Sam Darnold is this generational talent, I mean, that's wrong. I just think he's in a great situation. Whoever starts on that team, I believe, is just going to be good. They're going to be put in a situation to succeed. With Kyle Shanahan not only being a quarterback and offensive mind like he is, but with the weapons, with the offensive line, with the good defense, it's just it's a good situation. I don't care which quarterback was going there, but he happens to be the one, and he's dirt cheap. You know, he's 15% the price of Trey Lance and Brock Purdy, but he has just as much chance almost to start as those two do, given our current situation.
So bring in my Trey Lance auto, my Jordan Love auto, the younger quarterbacks, anything I have that's good outside of my Burrow, I'm holding that one. And my Mahomes, I'm taking them with me to move, just either into cash or into something I just like better. Really, at the end of the day.
Quick take, Daniel, on Star Wars cards. I think they're going to overproduce it. Too many sets. I think it's going to get too oversaturated if it isn't already. Shows are oversaturated. They're going to start cutting back on all the Marvel stuff. And so, yeah. For me, I think it would be like, I think the play is like the vintage stuff for Star Wars, going back in time a little bit. But I don't know, Neo, you're more the. Now I will say you got the Harrison Ford auto and you got some cool autos. I think that kind of stuff is really cool, and that's fine. But the what is it? Return of the Jedi set. You got like 14 new sets or whatever. There's like all these new sets coming out.
Yeah, I just stick to accurate on the card autos. I'm very specific in my Star Wars buying. You
need a Darth Vader. James Earl Jones on card.
It's on my list.
That's got to be a monster. I was looking at what he's got.
They're expensive, but the Harrison Ford is way more. The Pedro Pascal is way more. You can get a James Earl Jones for like $1,200 or $1,300.
Practically giving them away. All right, Rav comes at it with Neo. With everyone buying football and other things in national, I think it's a perfect time to buy that LeBron auto you've always wanted. Prices are pretty low right now.
I answered that question in chat about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, you're answering questions separately in chat. All right, that's something that we did not talk about at all. What does Second Steve think about it?
Oh, wait, what are we talking about?
Unbelievable. Rob's having his whole other thing he's doing in the chat. Cowboy 85 paid you a compliment. We'll move on. We'll move on from that. James says Mahomes #1, Burrow and Josh Allen tied for #2. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Neo's got. Okay. Let me skip past the 18 comments from Neo talking to people.
How does one come to the determination that two quarterbacks are tied for #2?
Nobody's talking.
They're both really good. I just wonder how you come to the. How you come to that number. They're both really good young quarterbacks, but how do you come to the number of they're both tied for #2?
Man, there are some Justin Fields believers out there. I have heard
and they're all the same division.
Justin Fields. And maybe maybe there's excitement around okay, Aaron Rodgers is out of the division, and maybe the Packers, take a step back, and the Bears are going to now ascend. Maybe, and that's fine. Look, I'm a Saints fan, so I get it. But man, I don't know. Justin Fields is exciting, but I haven't seen enough of him passing the ball. He's exciting running. I just haven't seen enough of him throwing.
He feels like Cam Newton to me, but I don't think he'll ever reach Cam's top potential.
It's like when you watch Jalen Hurts can throw. He runs and he's, he does his running thing, but Jalen Hurts can throw. He's accurate. With Justin Fields,
Jalen doesn't have to try to throw the ball 50 times in a game either. He's got a team around him that's extremely good.
A lot of it's just situational. I saw the Brock Purdy comments about how he is that guy, but being the last pick of the 7th round, there's a lot of scouts that missed there if he's the next Tom Brady, right? I just think it's a lot of it is situational football.
Yeah, San Francisco, I think any quarterback that knows a playbook can be good in that offense, especially right now. But I think that at the end of the day, they're going to keep all 3 quarterbacks and pray that none of them are hurt when they try to make it to the Super Bowl again and then just flake out because they lost their main piece. They had nothing, and they couldn't get there because of it.
When Mike came, before we came on, I thought Jesus had joined the chat before we came on live. It says, Triggerfinger says, Michael Ham is a Prel sponsorship now?
Yeah.
He has a what?
Comment to that.
Prel. I think that's shampoo, right?
Prel? The shampoo? They still make that?
You can touch it in the room if you need to, if you don't want to feel it.
Hey, I got all the shampoo sponsorships. You know what I'm saying?
The kingpin over there.
You have the Gillette contract.
No, I got no neck. I'm sponsored by Head and Shoulders.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Mike, I didn't realize
you should cosplay. That's a good idea. You should cosplay as Kingpin at the National. Get a white suit.
That's a hero con.
Cosplaying at the National.
We should all go there like it's a Comic Con and just dress up.
I'm going to be Brett Favre. How about that?
Steve could go as the Kingpin. Dustin could go as Gary V.
Yeah, I look exactly like Gary V. Gary V's going to the Nationals himself. Nobody has to go as Gary V. Now, obviously, now is the time to buy Kyle Trask. And look, that it's kind of a funny thing, but this goes to the whole under the radar who's cheap thing. And I don't know, is Kyle Trask cheap?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he's dirt cheap because they're not going to let him play.
I mean, if you feel like there's a guy out there that's really cheap and you have fun speculating and prospecting, I mean, then pick your guy and go with it, and
Well,
just
it's also
be
a matter of if
just
Baker
be prepared to take a loss. That's all.
if Baker flops and he gets a few starts, then sell. You know, that would be like, to me, it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Oh no, if you get a chance to ever sell Kyle Trask and moving forward because something he had to play and he did good, get rid of it as quick as you can. The Bucks don't like him. They do not like him. I have people that have talked to me from the inside. The team does not like him. When Brady was here, he never dressed for a single game, even when Gabbert was hurt. They did not let him dress. Preseason is the only time he dressed the entire time since he's been drafted.
All right, I'm trying to skip past all of Neo's comments to get to the front of the chat. Hold on a
Does
second.
Neo have a bunch of comments?
Well, he commented back to people. He's been really just typing the whole time. I thought he was paying attention to us. All right,
I'm
Trigger
active
Finger.
in chat, interacting with the audience in a real time basis.
All right,
They're 20 minutes behind.
Neo, you answered. You probably already answered this in the chat, but
Oh yeah,
Rick, these Color Blast Blank Slate. I've actually never heard of that.
I was hoping you would pull this comment up.
I'd go Color Blast, Blank Slate. I'd actually go that order. I'm not a big Kaboomer Downtown guy. I do like the Color Blast and Blank Slates. Blank Slates are really nice.
I don't know about. That's the one I don't know about. Blank Slate.
I don't know much about blank slates, but I'm downtown all the way, man. I like the background. I don't like the other ones just look like a Photoshop picture slapped on some foil. I like the downtowns because they got some background to them, and it's all cool stuff like the city that they're from. I think that's pretty neat.
I'm mostly disappointed that all those inserts are still around and they're making them feel less and less rare. And honestly, to me, bringing less value in the future of them or for them unless they're numbered.
I'm going to grab more coffee, guys. Keep talking.
Yeah, or they're from the sets that were early on, because I still think those early Kaboom, especially basketball, they're just like drawings. At the end of the day, if the Kabooms are going to hold up over time, those are going to be worth stupid money. And then key plays for certain players that they were, using an actual play as the photo in the card, I think is going to be a big deal. The downtowns have had potential, but half of them, the background looks so cheesy and cheap that it's a joke of a card to me. That's just in my opinion, though.
I think it depends on the design of some of them, because the soccer ones look really good, and the soccer ones were more country based, like the country you were from, as opposed to the city that you played for. Because I remember having the Kristen Pulisic ones, and those were really cool because they had a lot of national landmarks. And actually, for soccer, they did come out with one called National Landmarks. That was really cool. That was kind of a soccer version of a downtown, but
I'm going to answer Will's question right here. Was collection at Mint Collective higher end stuff that I'm assuming he's asking about dealers and what they were selling, but it's not. So here's the problem is that is strictly more of a B2B event. It should not really be a card show. And they were trying to make it more of a card show and a focus around the exhibit hall. Really, the exhibit hall, it was mainly made up of like huge Panini, huge corporate stuff. But it wasn't high-end tables, just only. It was, there was a few kind of vendor booths selling stuff, but it was low, mid, high-end. But it just wasn't the right feel for it. They tried to do too many things with Mint Collective. I don't know if they're going to continue on with that one, but that should really be a straight-up industry B2B type thing. But just my 2 cents.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to be the next big thing in the card world and in the sports world. I just got this in the mail today. I don't want it to be too loud. I don't want to open my mail to be too loud and crispy that it hurts everybody's ears. I have to mute it. You guys keep on talking. I'll see you in a minute.
I want to see this in this future innovation that Steve's unwrapping here.
Oh no, it's not innovative. It's been around for a while.
Yeah, you kind of you built it up, Steve.
I'm just about to become a pro.
Is it a pickleball racket?
Oh, sir. This.
Have any of y'all seen the information? Oh, look at that. Is that a paddle to beat somebody?
It's my new pickleball racket. You guys are going to have to start collecting pickleball cards.
Is that for you and your wife, or is that the?
It's Mars. It's just me. It's Mars because my game is out of this world.
That's not, that wasn't appropriate, Rob. It's not a bedroom toy. That's a game. That's pickleball where you play with a ball. It's like
you play games in the bedroom.
That's not a bedroom paddle. But anyway. Steve, Scott wants to know if it's time to cut all of his losses on WWE. So advise him on what to do. No.
I only own one WWE card, and that was the Hulk Hogan Iron Sheik that I bought. I always looked at WWE as more of a PCing type thing because I don't know how you prospect on people whose careers are basically scripted. That's the train.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's bring in both Steves for the train.
Hold on. I got to mute my mics.
Anybody going for any signers? Are you guys getting autographs out there or what?
No, I don't like anything I have to stand in line too long there.
I
just feel like
I know you already answered him 20 minutes ago, but Mike, what was your answer? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't like standing in lines that long to get to anything. It's just they take forever. I just don't want to spend 2 hours of a good day just waiting in line. Then we have signers here in Florida all the time, so it'd be easier to go somewhere here and actually meet and see them in a much more controlled environment.
I did hear, and I don't know who was it. It was a national guy, whatever. I can't think of his name now, but one of the big promoters was saying, I think it's like the most signers that they've ever had at a national or something like that. Like 100.
And the first female.
Year.
So
yeah, there was some. They were promoting that. So that's pretty cool.
You still have two Steves up there.
Oh, let me pull
We're
down.
gonna play pickleball again. Oh,
Let me bring
we'll
down.
play Steve versus Steve in a pickleball match.
Triggerfinger, were you the one that put on Reddit that Brad, the comeback card investor, actually died? That was actually a Reddit post. I texted him immediately after, and he responded. So we're all good there. Which is more likely? A, Brad rises from the dead. B, Tyler Hitt moves into his car. C, Carson Wentz wins a starting QB gig. D, Lando donates $10,000 to charity.
I
Anybody?
think B happened already, didn't it?
Here's the Lando question. Triggerfinger not letting me down here.
I know. I haven't seen Triggerfinger in a solid year in the chat, so this is actually pretty exciting.
He just got out on parole.
Dude, Brett, it's more like Triggerfinger rose from the dead.
exactly.
The National brings them all out. Of the
Let's
woodwork.
see. Hold on. Well, you didn't answer his question.
I said B. I think B already happened.
Yeah.
What did?
B, I think already happened.
Shots fired. Jeez, man. He's already. Jeez, Rob.
The XFL.
Wait, isn't there a clip of you saying I kind of like HGA? I think Sports Card
That was
Anonymous
doctored. That
might
was
do.
doctored.
Sports Card Anonymous.
I remember being part of that. I remember hearing that live.
Yeah.
At my
I
house.
kind of like HGA. There's Rob. Okay.
Did you hear the interview where Nat Turner had stated that that PSA was grading more true to their standards recently? And what's your opinions on that versus prior?
Yeah, he's always said in interviews that I've seen that their standards haven't changed, which is a smart way to answer that. But yeah, you're right. He kind of came out and said that they're just kind of sticking a little harder to the, because obviously people know. I mean, it's not rocket science, but then it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like if you own old PSA slabs, how does that make you feel? You know, like what would that, and this isn't
As
just
long as it says 10 on it, nobody cares.
maybe.
Well,
maybe
they'd also talk in that
premium.
thing about. Well, they were also talking about getting a higher level to the PSA 10, also in the future, possibly. So, like creating a gold label for PSA.
Yeah, Dustin won't see this comment for 20 minutes, but Dan the Carman is correct. That comment was geared more at pack grading than cards.
Oh, okay. I didn't get the context from the interview. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was geared towards more towards packs, but if they're going to do it towards one segment, I mean, the hobby's been stating that it feels like it's crossed over the cards at this point because things just don't grade the same as they used to. I mean, there's people been grading way longer than the boom has even happened, and they're like, it's not the same anymore. It's completely different.
It's not
That's
the
why I haven't
same.
submitted my PSA 10 Joe Montana because I'm afraid they just won't give me a 10 because they don't want to.
Oh, hell no. You're not getting a 10 on that, Joe Montana.
Look
I've
at
seen
this,
that thing.
Davey. Look at that, mommy. Centering's perfect, top to bottom, sharp. This is one of the ones I pulled out of the pack during the beginning of the boom when I bought some stuff off Facebook.
Oh, really?
I pulled
Beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder.
2 out of the same pack.
Why don't you on site those bad boys?
I may, but
Stand right over there. Hover right over them when they're grading it. Put the pressure on them.
well, I'm going to show them the picture of the PSA 10 that looks worse than my card, and then I'll let them make that decision for themselves.
Oh, they don't care about that.
Sorry, DJ. I just noticed the starred ones. Okay. Thank you very much.
I once sent in a Jimi Hendrix. I once sent in a Jimi Hendrix sticker that got a PSA 7, and there was one on eBay that had dog poop on the back of it, and it was a PSA 8.
I remember that.
Why don't you on site those with SGC for 35 just to get a quick opinion on it, and then you could always crack it and send it to PSA.
Yeah, that's true.
Michael Ham got a shout out from DJS.
Yeah, thank you, DJS.
And
I'm
Brian,
going to be bringing y'all as much as I can from the show. I don't know how much data I can put on my phone at one time and get it back out, but I'm going to try.
Brian with the $5 super chat. $200 finder's fee to anyone finding me a 55 Tops All-American Jim Thorpe 7 for a great price. Just throwing that out there. How do they get?
What would be a great price, Brian?
And how do we? And how?
Just so we know. Like to you, because a great price could be something different to the individual.
It's a good point.
'Cause you'll probably have one of those there, but price may not be great.
Yeah, Vintage International, it's probably not going to be a great price.
No, it's rough there.
Comments coming in hot. Dirt cheap, low hanging fruit. Andy says can't lose. Fair.
Now, are y'all trying to find anything at the show in particular? I know I'm not, but
Say that again.
You can say it again. I heard you, Mike. I was paying attention, but Dustin.
Yeah,
needs you to
I
ask
did
again.
too. I heard you.
I was.
are you
Too,
going to be
you know.
targeting anything at the show that if you find you're going to more than likely buy?
go ahead, guys. I'll go last. I'll take one for the team and go last.
That just means he doesn't know.
Such a team player.
Means
All
I need-
right.
I need to think.
Well, anyway, for me, to be honest, a lot of the cards that I know that I specifically want aren't hard to find. So I probably won't buy those at the National, because at the National, they might be a little bit more pricey than, say, if I went to a Philly card show to get them. Basically, I don't have much of a plan as anything that I'm targeting, just like last year, and I'm hoping to just find some stuff that I'm not expecting to find. That's why I ended up with those Game of Thrones autographs last year. I wasn't going to the National and be like, hey, I want to buy a Kit Harington Jon Snow auto. But I saw it in a showcase and I thought it was really neat, and you just don't see them all the time. I don't see that at a Philly show. I don't see that at a Chantilly show. My local shows, you just don't see them that much. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Even last year at the trade night when I got the Hulk Hogan, Allen and Ginter auto out of 10 that I've been looking for a while. And that card just happened to pop up at the National as well. But cards on my list, I want a Montana 9. You know, I don't have the luxury of having a 10 like you, Michael Ham, but I'd like a 9.
Oh, you should
I'd like
trade
a
for
Coke.
Hams and
I'd like a
grade
Clemente low grade rookie. I'd like a Koufax low grade rookie. I'd like a Hank Aaron low grade rookie card. But that's all stuff that is not hard to locate. So if I can trade into some of that stuff, maybe, but that's not what I'm actually looking to go to the National and spend my cash on.
All right, Rob, your turn.
I don't have like a specific target wise on the sports card side. I wouldn't mind trading into the Topps Chrome Kobe Bryant with LeBron guarding him refractor and like a PSA 9. I don't have that one yet. I don't know that I want to spend cash on it, but if I could trade in the one, that would be interesting to me. Mostly, I'm just kind of what Steve just mentioned, like hoping to run into some random non-sport thing that like just catches my eye as like a unique thing, whether it's Game of Thrones or Star Wars or some other type of pop culture / actor on card auto, you know.
Steve, you still have Game of Thrones?
No. Huh?
You still have all those?
Yes.
I picked this up at my local the other day.
Can't see it.
Duel.
Lannisters?
No,
It's Braun and Jamie.
Jamie
yeah,
Lannister?
Brown and Jamie duel, little PSA 10 action.
Nice.
And to piggyback off of what Neo just said, like Neo is going there looking for some, like he said, other than sports. And last year I went there looking for stuff kind of like other than sports. It's kind of like, is that growth starting? Where is there more and more people starting to be like, I'm kind of looking for something cool other than sports. Is that happening? Is it slowly happening? Is it just a coincidence that it's us? I really don't know. A lot of people watch our content mainly for sports, so a lot of times they probably don't comment or care a whole lot about, I don't like to say oddball cards because they're not oddball cards. They're rectangular, right? But different things other than sports. Or is there more people starting to kind of like tend to go that way because it's different, because it's refreshing? There was the big Marvel boom there for a little while because it felt or it felt fresh and new, and you were just tired of looking at Luca,
I saw that comment 30 minutes ago.
Hey guys, we're up to 220 in the chat, so I appreciate you logging in with all of your other accounts. You probably have 4 or 5 different Gmail accounts, so you're logged in, so we appreciate that. Inviting all the family members. I've got my grandparents on along with, all the other accounts, so thank you very much for that.
I'm talking about this in tomorrow's video. This is my spec play of the show. I got the CJ Stroud.
What the hell is that?
Panini
That's
Instant
the tallest
Auto.
he's ever looked.
In case he signs Fanatics exclusive, this might be his only auto with him in a Texans uniform.
Okay, he's going to get throttled. I know that Dakota is all about
throttled.
The CJ Stroud. And I'm drawing a blank on the Panthers QB that they drafted. Who's that? Who's the other guy?
Bryce Young.
Who?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young. He's like 5'8". Did you see the picture of him walking up to the line?
Yeah.
He's going to get destroyed. Holy!
You got striker
breaks coming hot.
We got striker breaks thrown out the big money, $20.
That's how you get Dustin to catch up with the comments.
Woo!
He did a really good shout out to him. He did a really nice breakdown on Topps Chrome today.
Really, this is the game I play to get way behind and hope that people do kind of like the throwing $1 or $2 in the bin to get caught.
Yeah, that was on my channel too. So thanks, Striker. Sucker. Dustin pulled that up and didn't even realize it.
Damn. You owe me a drink at the National, Rob. Oh, we're still talking about Mike Petty's still talking about the paddle. Yeah. Bigger than Brad's forehead. All right. We'll move on, Mike. We'll move on.
Let's see.
Are you guys contemplating doing any content inside the National, or are you leaving that to Mr. Wilson? I assume that's Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson's team will be busy, I am sure there. My content inside the National is probably going to be like me and my wife doing like recap. And like we did that a couple of years ago where we'll talk about just like she'll throw in her 2 cents, probably drop a lot of card knowledge that I don't have. So, she'll be talking mostly. But yeah, no, it'll be kind of like her perspective versus my perspective. And we'll do like little recap stuff. I'll do little like clips, but I'm not a vlogger, so there won't be any magical 45-minute video like Jeff.
Yeah, I might do like a short or something maybe, but I don't plan on doing any like vlog stuff. That's none of our scenes. Well, I guess Michael Ham does a little bit, and Steve does a little bit.
I did a little bit at the Philly show. I mean, I don't do them much, but when I do, right? Anyway, but it's
You did hot chicken that one time too.
The Philly one was all right. Yeah, I won't like follow myself around the entire show and things like that. I'll stop in the corner, give little updates of what's going on and what I'm doing, what I'm looking at, and then I'll piece it all together in a video kind of. But it won't be like I got a cameraman following me around getting everything. But yeah, and hopefully I get some purchases or trades that I can film. It's the trade nights that I don't necessarily do any kind of film.
Neo, I can see you talking smack.
No, I'm right here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm going to pick stuff up, I'm going to be able to pick stuff up easier at a trade night than I am going to be at the show.
Yeah,
that or maybe at the airport on the way there. Because when I was in the airport back at the last Chicago show, I went through probably 9 cases of cards and bought like 5 things before I even got on a plane.
Yeah, I like to include a little bit of like my real life into my vlogs. Like when I did the Philly show vlog, it was us getting up in the morning and getting ready to go and things like that, and part of the travel, because that's just more real. You know, that you connect a little bit better with the people who care about your content. You don't connect more with the general huge amount of people because they just want to see big money and big deals. But I care about the people that actually just want to connect. You know, on more of a legit basis. So I like to share a little bit of that.
Content we might pretend.
It's like the whole throwing the slabs in the pool the other day, right? Yeah, that was a test to check those slabs and see what would happen. But it was also
You
just
just wanted to flex that you have a saltwater pool and we don't.
no, just also me just chilling around my house, right? It was just I was chilling. I was chilling around my house and I was bored and I was like, I'm going to get in the pool. I was like, I was contemplating, should I shoot a video or should I get in the pool? So I got to go to work soon. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw these slabs into the pool and film a video at the same time. So that's, you know, it was just on a whim. It was an unplanned video and it just happened.
My God, these Puma Masters of the Universe sneakers are hilarious, dude.
What?
I like the Battle Cat.
Yeah, the Battle Cat's on sale. I might have to pick those up.
He's 30 minutes behind on chat and shopping for sneakers.
I'm trying to keep up with Neo. He's got the Wolverine sneakers, so I need to get some Masters of the Universe sneaks. Do you guys think there will be a big lineup for SGC drop-off this year since their first time doing on-site grading in 4 years? They did do it 4 years ago, Simon, but I actually think they're going to be pretty busy with it being at the price point that it is. Yeah,
I think they'll be busier for on-site grading. The drop-off special is not like a huge. Yeah, the drop-off special is like a decent deal, but you could already get $15 for football already on their current special.
Yeah,
it's fine, but I think they'll do decent for on-site. If you're buying vintage or something at the show and you want to like check to make sure that it's legit for $35, it's not bad.
Yeah, but you say that the football deal is good, but honestly, I doubt anybody's really grading modern football with SGC.
No, I mean, I'm saying it's just like it's fine, and their special drop-off pricing is like the same thing as that price. So
you know, most of the time, I feel like they're giving deals on stuff that they're trying to expand into, and so they're probably not getting much modern football. And football is popular, and the products are coming out, and they want a piece of that market, so they're going to throw a deal at it. With me for SGC, even though it is a little slightly cheaper, you could go through a group submitter, but it's the convenience of being able to drop them off there and avoid packaging and shipping and stuff like that.
I'll be curious what they could do really good at, and they haven't announced this. Maybe they will. I don't know. I feel like they would have already. Topps Chrome comes out during the National, and they've been doing those $9 Topps specials. Like if they did a $9 Topps Chrome drop-off thing, that would probably be huge if you're watching, Peter.
Breeze is an anomaly, average Joe card collector, and Breeze is even taller than this guy. He's gonna flop. I can't wait actually to watch him play. Can't wait. Striker, are you going to the Nationals? And I think he said see you at the show. So yeah, there we go. Boom.
Yeah, he's going.
Oh yeah, he answered. I'm only 5 minutes behind now. What the hell?
Well, because you got a $20 super chat that you got baited and switched on, and then
you skipped over 20 minutes.
And you skipped everybody else.
This is Dustin's live streams are pay to play.
The only comments or all the chat comments are paid.
I do plan on. Someone was talking about on-site grading. I do plan. I got some of the. These actually came in the mail perfect timing today. The Ellie De La Cruz Topps Now Steel and Home Plate. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take some of these to CGC for $20. I figure it's worth a shot for a couple of them, just to see what happens.
What box of cards should we open up while we're there?
If you're gonna rip something, it should be Topps Chrome Baseball. I mean, that'll be the hot. Comes out
I wonder
at
if
the
that'll
show.
be part of the buyback program.
100%. Yeah, they've already announced that it is. They just haven't said how many packs you're getting.
Well, that'll be an easy decision for me then.
I'm debating grabbing a case.
There's a great pizza place right around the corner from the convention center.
Bullshit,
Lord.
too.
We'll meet you. Hey,
It's
Steve,
just
we'll
a
meet
couple
you.
There's not.
around the corner, down the street, a couple blocks down on your
Yeah.
left, hang
The
your right.
Rose
You'll be
Hotel
right
is right
there.
around the corner too.
What's a
Unless
more
you wanna
dangerous
die.
walk? The one that he took us on in Atlantic City or whatever he would take us on in Chicago?
I would have
Come
to go
on,
Atlantic
man.
City. Unless
You were
you're
walking
cross-
with me. You were safe and sound.
Oh, no, that was this Steve that took us on that.
Oh, this Steve. It was this one.
It was the other
Left-
Steve.
Left Steve knows that the pizza shop's actually 5 miles down the boardwalk. Right Steve thinks it's 1 block.
It's the whole
Well, right, Steve would be right.
I look forward to next year when it's in Cleveland for him to lead us around a city that he's not familiar with.
We're all staying at your house, right, Rob?
I'm an hour away, so good luck.
Not a problem.
I will say, someone mentioned this in chat earlier. If you're looking at booking next year's National, lock your hotels in early because they are not plentiful around the convention center.
Toothless, he's a one of a kind. It'll never happen again. I can say what I want.
Were we talking about renting a Winnebago or something and just parking it?
What? Who's going to get a Winnebago?
We're just gonna rent one for the Cleveland National and just park it right in front of the place.
I thought we were all staying at Neo's house. I thought that was.
He's an hour away. I don't have
This
that
is
much
an
time.
hour away.
I thought he offered to drive us in, to fly us into the show.
We can park the Winnebago outside of his house.
We got someone from
You want to know what's weird?
the Thrilla
This-
in Manila.
This is weird. We're sitting here. For the last hour or so, at least, we've been talking about the National. And I'm sitting here and I just thought to myself, holy shit, I fly out Wednesday morning for the National. It doesn't even seem like it's real. As we're talking about it. It still doesn't feel like it's like
Yeah.
about to
I feel
happen.
like
And it
I'm a
feels
good
like
24
Atlantic
hours
City-
from having to get on a plane right now.
It feels like
It
Atlantic
hit me
City was
today when I was like getting ready to gather stuff up of how much stuff I need to do in the next 24 hours. Because I debated leaving tomorrow night and driving part of the way, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I still have too much to do.
Yeah, Steve, I'll be there at like 10 a.m. on Wednesday.
Damn. Sports Card Homie wants to know if you're bringing your dancing shoes out to Rose.
No, so this could be in a reference to when we were in Chantilly and I was with Kenny and Roth, and we went to a kind of a club type bar place. And it was kind of what none of us were expecting. Because none of us were dressed for it or anything. But it was fun. That was a good video. But oh yeah, we walked out and they made us go through metal detectors and everything. Yeah, it was crazy. But in Chicago, again, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. Maybe. I don't know.
Bowman Brent, I am subscribed to your channel. I am subscribed, so I don't know what you're talking about, but that's okay, dude. It's all good.
You got the green check mark from Chasing Cardboard.
Yep. Hey, this is what we're here for, guys. This is what we're here for. We put out the good stuff. Check mark. Things are looking up. It's looking up.
Is that the real Chasing Cardboard?
So what? Somebody do some research. Is it the
Somebody thought that it was in all caps, and
is it
maybe
all
someone.
caps? Is the real
I don't know.
caps or what's?
I'm not sure. I was just watching.
Was it Detective Ziggy on
It
that?
was yes.
The real Chasing Cardboard is all caps.
Damn it!
Okay.
I thought that was you, Ty. Son of a bitch.
Bait switched again. How many times? How many times can I use that cliche or that phrase in a night?
Is this also Zaggy Yes or what?
Oh man.
That stings. I thought that was actually Ty. Now I'm upset.
Hey, Triggerfinger, are you going to be at the National? Because he just said he wondered if his ankle monitor is going to go off at the National. Now I know that that's a joke, but I'm
I don't
wondering if
think
he's actually
Triggerfinger's a
going to be
real
there.
person. I think he's like an AI bot. I think like chat.
No, Triggerfinger's been on my live stream.
Oh, that's right. He was.
He had a Darth Vader helmet on.
So was he, or was that Chat GTP?
No, he took it off.
Okay.
Oh, something
He
just bumped
said-
in my house and I have no idea what it is.
So was that right? Where did that random beep come from?
Somewhere in my house. It creeps me out a little
Is that
bit.
your fire detector?
The phone
though?
call
Isn't that
coming
like a
from
smoke
inside
alarm?
the house?
I don't know. It's like the carbon monoxide. I just like,
The battery's going low and you're going to hear it all night.
yeah, I don't have like the mic's not on a battery or any. I don't have like the camera that Brad used to have where it went off and when the
Trigger
camera
said
went
he's
off,
not
it looked
going.
like Skeletor.
I heard Skeletor. So I paid attention when I heard Skeletor.
At least you're not like Filmington where the battery runs out in the middle of live streams.
Oh yeah, I know. He went black screen.
I like how you guys are getting more positive about me. I appreciate that. All right, is anyone going to the Burbank show? I'm not going to make it out there. I just can't get out to the West Coast. Spurs.
Yeah.
This is a
like I would.
Hold on.
If the Burbank show was going on while.
Hold on a second.
What? You? I know you just didn't cut me off.
Hold on a second.
Whoa, weapons on a YouTube channel.
It's got a box.
Hey, I saw somebody with an AK-47 in a YouTube video the other day.
We can play, Steve. Me and you, we go handy real quick.
All right, the knife boys out here.
I got my Gerber right here.
Hey, man, this is nothing but a knife for opening packs and breaking boxes.
All right.
Come on.
Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, this is a duplicate comment, Spurs cards. I saw you leave that on one of my videos, so I see you. I know what you're doing. Trigger finger is in the house. Stephen Mike.
Trigger finger's in your house, Dustin. That's what that beep is.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah.
That's his ankle bracelet going off.
There it is. Boom.
Did it go off again?
Is this like? Yeah, we'll see like a face in the door. That'd be.
Someone said it's an alert because you're 1,000 comments behind. Thanks, Brent. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's like when the roulette mucker fills up at work in the casino and it starts beeping because you need the chips are all backed up in it. It's kind of like the chat's all backed up. It reminds me of.
All right, guys. Well, it's 11:20. I've got somebody in my house, an intruder. So I think that it is. Bill's coming in hot here with a question. I refused to answer last time I asked. No, I already said that I didn't think it was a good idea.
Did you make a whole video about this?
I made like 17 videos on this, Bill. Why would I don't understand. Maybe you asked me in the comments and I missed the question, but yeah, that was the whole point is I didn't think it was a good idea to repost it.
You did like 3 videos, 4 reactions, and like 6 live streams about this.
I couldn't have reacted harder. I don't understand. Anyway.
When you put out daily content and, there's a drought in the hobby, you got to take what you get.
Steve,
I put out daily content and I didn't make one video about that stupid overblown nonsense.
I talked about it in my car.
Look at Rob out here virtue signaling on us. Unbelievable, man. You didn't have to because you stole my idea for the football video. I was like, hey, have you thought about doing a football video? And you're like, no, I haven't. And then magically 2 days later.
You mean the football video that I mentioned the 2 days prior in the Sunday Weekly Sports Card Market update that I was going to do?
Well, I'm not going to go back through all your videos and try to whatever. We'll disagree to didisagree.
You still have that?
Chat knows you copy everyone else's videos.
Devin Booker Select.
I still have it. I still have it.
So next week after the National, Dustin's going to be going down to the pool and throwing his slabs in there and making a video.
Are you going to do you could do a jacuzzi one, can't you, Dustin? Do they?
Oh yeah.
You're not.
See if they can withstand the heat.
Melt or not. That's what you could do.
I'll say it's my saltwater jacuzzi, even though it's not.
He'll stage it though, so the SGC one wins.
No, just bring a little bottle of salt with you and shoot.
Oh my God, this is insane.
You're like, here's the SGC one, and it's in like a Ziploc bag and like some other watertight thing.
Not only did the SGC slab not get any water in it, but it just turned into 24 karat gold. It was unbelievable. It just all of a sudden.
I want to talk about Ziggy's comment.
Wait, hold on, Dustin. You should make like a parody video of that. Put like a life preserver around it and chuck it in the
spray it down with Never Wet.
All right. Hey, by the way, this is random, but SlabMags now has CGC comic book holders. Did you see that?
I did not.
You're alive.
No.
Check out their booth at the National. Maybe I could get a 12% off coupon code.
Yeah, no, you won't. All right, Steve, what were you going to say? You wanted to.
Ziggy's comment about the MJ Holdings guy. Well, if I can talk to the SlabMags booth, I'm going to ask them why they didn't return my Instagram message.
I was kind of like, man.
If only you know someone that knows someone there.
It is kind of.
I shouldn't have to. I just said, hey, I'm giving away $2,000 out of my own pocket to send somebody to the National. Would you like to donate a SlabMag to them as a gift? And crickets.
Ooh.
Yep.
They're busy, Steve. They're building out.
Don't make excuses for them.
Is he allowed to
building
speak
out
out against
comic books
one of
right
your
now.
paid partners on a live like this?
They're not one of my paid partners.
You guys are starting to get mean now that it's getting late. All right. MJ Holt. I don't even know what this is. Like, what happened here? I have no idea what this is.
How do you not know what this is? And you know every other drama in the hobby.
I have no idea what it is.
I just don't know that this is. I mean, I feel like the MJ Holding rep hooking up his buddy. Sure, it's back in the news, but this has been going on for like 3 years.
Yeah,
in some way, shape, or form. This has been a thing. It's just more
Yeah,
public. right now
I
'cause
had to
they
deal
got
with
caught
this
on
problem
camera.
2 or 3
No,
years
I'm just
ago,
wondering because at this point, hooking up his buddy, does that just mean like his buddy is just getting the cards to open? Because there's really not any profit left in buying retail.
Football
Because
megas
retail's
do well.
expensive.
Yeah,
Football megas still do pretty well. That's what they were holding back. Was like select megas and stuff like that.
So what's the retail price at a Walmart, and then
Oh,
what's
so
the
this was the guy-
secondary market
the guy
price?
that-
I don't know. I didn't get into the details on
probably
it.
a $40 swing.
Okay.
Yeah,
On the
probably,
probably a
you're making
$40
20,
swing.
30
This
bucks
was the
on
guy
it.
that stocks the shelves. That was helping his buddy.
Yeah, he was like not putting out the good product, and then his buddy, he was hiding
they
it.
Yeah.
And then
they
his
used
friend
to
was
do that
going
all the
around
time.
doing it.
How much of that happened during the pandemic?
A lot.
A ton.
Yeah, no kidding. Like that's
A lot.
yeah.
My
There's
group
plenty
got
of retail
people
vendors
fired
that got
over it.
paid
You know,
under the table.
During the pandemic, you could buy a $20 blaster and you could sell it for $60 to $80. And that was like a big time moneymaker. Then when Panini and stuff and the distributors saw that stuff, they were like, well, why are we going to let people make money off of it? We might as well just make more money of it. And they doubled the prices of everything, even more than doubled the prices on some stuff. So it kind of took away from the ability to buy that retail and flip it. And then plus they also started printing it into the ground and it became more attainable. So they started printing more and raised the price. And now a lot of times if you go into Walmart and you find a blaster or a mega of something of a product, you could look on eBay and most of the time it's selling for the same price as it's selling on a Walmart shelf. So
Football's the only one that still has a little juice to it on the flip game.
Yeah, because my stores, what's really weird is my Walmart's never fully recovered because both of them at one point completely got rid of having any wax. So they never ever recovered. They don't even fully stock a shelf still, and they had to go back to the old vendor because the one they brought in afterwards wouldn't stock stuff for 2 or 3 months, and they were actually sending all the cards back to MJ Holdings because of it, because they're like, hey, we can't let this sit here, send it back. So we're like, you're not going to put it out? And they're like, we're here to buy it. And they're like, nope, we're sending it all back. My Targets have now just overflowed where the guy doesn't even have space to put anything anymore. He just has stuff just sitting in the back. And he says over time, they just send it back the same way.
yeah, I mean, I know in my Walmart Prism basketball, now I know it's not football, but what are you getting out of Prism football this year? Kenny Pickett and Brock Purdy? I mean, it's not.
Sam Howell, Desmond Ritter, people are chasing.
Oh, come on. We already talked about this.
Yeah, no,
I'm just telling you, that's
I know,
those
but
are fake chase.
you might think it's stupid, and I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I'm just telling you what people are doing.
I mean, it's not like it was the
2020
Justin
class
Herbert,
sucks.
Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts products and stuff like that. I feel
I think
like,
the 2020 class sucks, but the prices have gone up on sealed wax the last 3 months.
I mean, I don't just, I mean, maybe it's just that it's football because I mean, I feel like there's more in the basketball to actually chase, and the basketball's a crap product.
All right, guys, I'm caught up on chat, and you know what that means. It's time to end the stream. So
It means people need to start typing faster.
Trader Griff.
Trader Griff's, Michael Ham looking like sports card Jesus. That's exactly what I said to him when he logged in. I'm like, dude, what happened, man? No, he's always
Got my haircut yesterday.
You've always had long hair, but it just looks like, yeah, you just, I don't know, something looks.
Man, I got like 3 inches cut off, and I haven't gotten any shampoo in it. I'm working hard today.
I don't think I've ever seen Michael without a hat. That might be what it is.
That's probably part of it too. I do some of my videos with that hat, but
Well, we appreciate you doing your hair for the show. We appreciate
no
that.
problem. I'll get another due during the national. I'll do some nice stuff.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna. If you guys want to stay on, I'm gonna jump off. Oh wait, I guess I have to go off. All right.
Yeah, you're running. You're captain of the ship.
I'm running the
Captain.
Yeah, you're the Black Lion.
Voltron back on your channels and keep it going. That's fine. But I
I got a billion things to do.
probably have an intruder.
Yeah.
Got to pack. Got to get ready. Got to get my head right for the show.
I gotta go wash my hair.
Me too.
All right,
I
guys.
gotta go exfoliate my bald head.
We're going to leave on that, Steve. Thank you. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. We'll see you at the National if you're there.